Live 5 News starts now with breaking news.
And we are following breaking traffic news out of North Charleston. That's where crews are responding to a reported vehicle fire. They have shut down all but the left lane of I-26 eastbound by College Park Road. Now our traffic reporter Abby O'Brien, she joins us now with more. Abby.
Thank you, Aisha. Yeah, this is causing a backup. This is a spot that tends to back up in the morning, and this is not making it any better. So check out our traffic flow map. This is where that crash, that vehicle fire is reported out 26 eastbound, right past College Park Road. We are in the red leading up to that spot, and we are stop and go back to about Royal Road. So this, of course, is a spot that we will continue to keep you updated on. Once you're past there on 26 eastbound, you're good to go out on 26, but this, of course, causing some issues. Also did want to back up a little bit because we're also seeing some slow speeds out here on 26 eastbound out in the Ridgeville area. We have some overnight road work going on in that area. Also have a crash reported. So you can see that orange out there, which means things are moving slowly up into that point again out in Ridgeville. These are issues that we will, of course, continue to keep you updated and bring you the latest. Now I want to go on over to get a check of your forecast with Joey Sovine.
All right, thanks so much, Ab. 6 o'clock, about ready to turn over to 6:01. Let's talk temperatures this morning. And yes, these aren't typos. Temperatures are in the mid to upper 60s on a February morning. Average lows about 40 degrees this time of the year. Temperatures just compared to yesterday morning up as much as close to 30 degrees in Kingstree. Most of you about 20 degrees warmer this morning. There have been just a couple of sprinkles, fair amount of clouds outside, and you'll see those today. But most of this rain is going to stay to our north and west. Best chance of rain probably coming in very late this afternoon into this evening. You can see a couple of raindrops here. If you have any evening plans after work, just keep that in mind. Most of the day will be dry. Temperatures go up into the upper 70s, close to 80 degrees this afternoon. If we get to 80, that would be a new record high temperature, the record high 79. So we'll be watching that. That goes all the way back to 1930. We'll talk about how long this really warm weather sticks around for coming up in just a few minutes. Kyle.
A massive search is underway this morning for a missing 6-year-old girl in Casey.
Yeah, we're expected to get an update at any moment from police.
Until then, Emily Scarlett joins us with the latest on the investigation to bring her home.
Good morning. Right now, there are multiple law enforcement agencies involved in the search to bring 6-year-old Faye Marie Swetlick home. And we're told at the height of search efforts yesterday evening, there were about 90 law enforcement personnel as well as 20 family and friends taking part in that search. Now, the timeline of events that we have at this time, we know that she was last seen around 3:45 yesterday after taking that school bus ride home. And initial search efforts were going on by family and friends before they reported little Faye missing to authorities around 5 o'clock yesterday evening. She's described as having strawberry blonde hair and blue eyes and was last seen wearing a black t-shirt and polka dot boots. Authorities are now searching on the ground, in the air, as well as using the help of canines to help find this little girl. We'll be out here throughout sunrise bringing you updates as this search continues. In Casey, Emily Scarlett, WIS News 10.
Well, the city of Charleston is looking deeper into their funding for affordable housing to make sure they're maximizing money going into new complexes they will be building across the city. Michael Higdon, she joins us now to tell us how. Michael.
Good morning. The city is requesting a $20 million resolution and grant agreement that will be going toward nearly 600 affordable housing units. Now, tonight will be the first time that City Council will be hearing this proposal, and essentially it will make the Charleston Redevelopment Corporation in charge of all bond funds for affordable housing projects. The city approved $20 million in grants years ago, but the grants were considered income. Basically, anytime the city awarded those funds, developments were still required to pay the taxes back, even if it was considered affordable housing. And that's what the city wants to change. At tonight's meeting, the proposal would take that challenge away by providing deferred forgivable loans for these organizations. All of the funding will be still used for affordable housing. It just exempts the income from actually being taxed. Now, the Ways and Means Committee will be meeting tonight here at City Hall at 4:30. We'll keep you updated with what they discuss. But coming up in our next half hour, I'll tell you where these affordable units are being built. Reporting live in downtown Charleston, I'm Michael Higdon.
New this morning, a man has been arrested after a police chase ended with a crash in North Charleston. Donnie Seegers was booked into jail this morning for that chase. North Charleston police say that it happened just before 8 o'clock last night as officers responded to the report of a stolen vehicle near Angel Court. As they went up to the vehicle, they say Seegers took off, leading them on a chase until officers used spike strips to stop the car. They say then he collided with another vehicle at Rivers Avenue and Midland Park Road. Both Seegers and a person in the other vehicle were taken to the hospital for their injuries. Seeger is facing charges for grand larceny and failure to stop for blue lights. The Highway Patrol is also looking for a driver who crashed into a North Charleston home, killing someone inside. This happened just before midnight Saturday on Attaway Street. Highway Patrol says an older model Buick LaCrosse ran off the side of the road and crashed into a home, and then the driver took off. The Charleston County says that 49-year-old Stacy Rowlett was killed when the car hit the home. You could call Highway Patrol if you know anything.
Moncks Corner police are looking for a man who ran from a traffic stop. Police say Joseph Kinsey was driving a GMC SUV when officers tried to stop him for a traffic violation. This was on January 30th. Now police say Kinsey sped away and later left his car and ran away on foot. Inside the vehicle, officers say they found 2 catalytic converters that had been cut off vehicles. Call the number on your screen if you know where Joseph Kinsey is.
With the death toll from the coronavirus outbreak now at more than 1,000, we're learning more details about one case involving an American evacuated from China and brought back to the U.S.
Plus, how a new Netflix series is helping reopen the assassination case of civil rights leader Malcolm X.
Welcome back. We are following big issues out on I-26. So I want to start with a look at our traffic flow map. Zoom on into where our biggest issue is. This is I-26 eastbound right near College Park Road. We have a vehicle fire reported, and that is blocking our right 2 lanes. So only the left lane open right now. Cars are getting by, but very slowly. And we, of course, have a backup. So you can see that leading up to that spot. We are in the red, which means stop and go traffic past Royal Road. So that's right now about 3 miles of stop and go traffic leading up to I-26 eastbound at College Park Road. Heads up if you are heading out in that spot. Once you are past there, you're good to go out on I-26, but that is causing some issues in that spot. Also have a backup here. This is I-26 eastbound out in the Ridgeville area, right near Ridgeville Road. We have some road work that's happening out there, supposed to be wrapped up soon, but in addition to that road work, we do have a crash as well. So you see that we have red and orange out in that spot. That is causing an issue as you are heading into the low country. Did want to give a wider view though if you are heading out. Check this out down near the merge of 526. We are pretty much all in the green. Things out in West Ashley moving really smoothly. Everything out in Mount Pleasant moving really well. So we are going to continue to keep you updated on these spots right now. I-26 eastbound at College Park Road and out in the Ridgeville area are our worst spots, but we'll continue to bring you the latest.
Right now, law enforcement is giving an update to the disappearance of a 6-year-old out of Casey.
Yeah, Faye Sweatleg. She was last seen yesterday afternoon on her school bus. She never returned home after getting on that school bus.
And we want to go live to that news conference right now.
Standing on the side of the highways, asking questions and passing out flyers. Thank you.
Good morning. So just to reiterate a little bit of what Sergeant Antley said, this is top priority. All officers in Casey are on the ground. We've got amazing supporting agencies from Lexington County, Richland County, certainly and beyond, Springdale, many others. Very, very important that the community continue to share this message, continue to keep Faye's photo in front of you. Continue to share her picture. Can't stress how important that is. Over the last 12 hours, almost 500,000 people have viewed her photo from sharing it on our end. We ask that you please keep that going. We're asking 2 other things today of the public. One of these is new. We are asking that the public jot down this number. Please put it on your screens if you will. We have a new hotline just for tips and for people to call in and get directly into the room with our officers. That phone number is going to be 803-205-4444. This will not be activated until 7 a.m. So at 7 a.m., please use that number. Until that time, if you'd like to call between now and then, the number that was provided last night, 803-794-0456, is still the number to call. Finally, we also would ask that people in the community, in the Churchill Heights community, if you have home security systems, Ring, Wise Video, anything like that, please contact those two numbers, the 794 up until 7 a.m. And then the 205 number past that. Talk with our investigators and let them reach out and obtain some of that video. It may help in the investigation, and we're leaving no stone unturned, certainly. So I'm going to let these guys step back in and answer a few questions from you all.
Can you give us a clearer timeline? I know that you're saying 45 hours missing. Can you clarify what we know about what happened when we're getting off the bus to being missing?
Okay, we were listening in there to a quick news conference from the KC Department of Public Safety, and you're looking at a picture of Faye Marie Swetlick, the 6-year-old who disappeared yesterday. They were just encouraging people to continue to share her picture. Now, we have this posted on our Live 5 News Facebook page. We encourage you to go there right now, share that picture, just try to get it in front of as many people as possible. They said that they know in the last 12 hours her picture had been viewed 500,000 times. They're continuing to try and share that just to get that information out. Write down this number, 803-794-0456. They said you can call that number if you have information, encouraging anyone who may have video from the area, ring cam, doorbell cam video that may show something regarding this 6-year-old's disappearance. But again, we'll continue to bring you any new information as we get it for this missing girl out of KC.
Chinese officials say the death toll from the coronavirus continues to climb. In a single day, more than 100 people died, bringing that nationwide figure to more than 1,000. Over the past 24 hours, a new government report also shows cases of infection also grew to more than 42,000. The figure the day before was previously at 40,000. We also know a U.S. citizen evacuated from where the virus originated to San Diego also has the virus, marking the 13th case here in the U.S. Well, the assassination of a prominent civil rights leader could soon be reinvestigated. Malcolm X was gunned down by a group of shooters in a New York City ballroom February 25th of 1965. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office now says it will review his death following the release of the Netflix series Who Killed Malcolm X. In the series, evidence from the FBI documents show that the Nation of Islam members convicted as accomplices may have actually had nothing to do with his untimely death. Still ahead, Summer Hector. She's going to join us with more information on a new affordable housing development being discussed at a Mount Pleasant Council meeting tonight.
And meteorologist Joey Sovine will tell us how long these spring-like temperatures will be hanging around in your First Alert forecast.
Now, your First Alert forecast from Live 5 News.
Welcome back. The time right now, 6:20 here as we wake up and get started on our Tuesday morning. You can almost see the clouds out there as we look live out on Daniel Island. What you can't see, but you'll be able to feel as soon as you step out the door. Very mild temperature, 67 degrees this morning out on Daniel Island. Breeze out of the southwest. It will be breezier today. That's bringing in the warm air. 7:08 our sunrise this morning. You won't see a whole lot of it because of a mostly cloudy sky. But these temperatures here, pretty rare stuff. 68 at Mount Pleasant, 67 out on Sullivan's Island, 65 on Folly Beach, even inland areas. Yesterday morning we had some of you in the 30s. This morning we're talking 60s for everyone. And you can see that really here. This compares the temperature right now to 24 hours ago. We ranged from 15 degrees warmer on Kiowa Island to nearly 30 degrees warmer this morning for you folks in Kingstree. So kind of changing our wardrobe a little bit today. Will be a mostly cloudy sky, 76 by the time we hit lunchtime. Upper 70s, close to 80 degrees this afternoon. We do bring in a slight chance of a shower very late today. Most of you will not see any rain. The question is, where's winter? Well, it won't feel like it here today. That is for sure. The record high 79 79 in jeopardy. That goes back all the way to 1939, and we're going to be close to that. Wouldn't be surprised if many of you inland get up to about 80, 81 degrees. Forecast high Somerville 81, 79 in Goose Creek, 79 in Moncks Corner, out towards Folly Beach, right along the immediate beachfront. Temperatures will be considerably cooler. That's just a function of the time of the year with the water temperatures sitting in the 50s. Still have a little bit of a chill out there, but overall, very spring-like day here across the low country. Not much happening on the radar here, but you don't have to go far to find a lot of rain, but this will stay for the most part out of our area for today, so just a slight chance of a shower. Here we go into this evening. That's where we're talking about that best chance of some showers today as a very weak front comes in, stalls out over top of us. More clouds in the white here you can see as we head into tomorrow, but not much rain once again. The best rain chance this week is going to come in very late in the day Thursday, so still most of Thursday will be dry, but late in the day that's when a cold front moves through. Highs in the mid to upper 70s until that front. Behind the front for Valentine's Day, we kick off Seawee on Friday. Temperature around 60 for a high, so much more typical for this time of the year. Coolest day will be on Saturday, and then Sunday into Monday we start to warm right back up. Near these records over the next couple of days. Looks like we could set one there on Thursday, or tie it at least at 78 degrees. Friday, sunshine returns. Valentine's Day looks sunny on Saturday, just cooler. And then on Sunday, we start to see those temperatures rebound. Let's go over to Abby, get updated on the roads. Abby?
Well, I have some good news and some bad news. So I want to start with a look at our traffic flow map. We've been following this issue out on 26 eastbound. This vehicle fire reported right near College Park Road. The good news is all lanes back open, but you can see we are still stop and go heading up to that point. We are in the red back towards Highway 17A. That is about 4 miles of stop and go traffic. So avoid this area if you can. The good news again is that all lanes open. And once you get past that spot on 26 eastbound, you're good to go. But back a ways just a little bit. We also have some slow speeds on 26 eastbound right near the Ridgeville area. We have road work out in that area. Also have a crash reported, so we have about a mile of stop and go traffic right there.
More than 70% of Mount Pleasant's workforce lives outside the town.
And according to Town Council, that's mostly because of the high cost of living. Summer Hector, she's live in Mount Pleasant with more on how the town is working to change all of this. Summer?
Yeah, tonight Town Council will vote on the proposed Gregory Landing condos, which would be affordable housing only for those who qualify based on their income. The rentals and condos would be on Winnowing Way off of U.S. Highway 17 South, across from the current Gregory Ferry Landing apartments. People hoping to live here must meet the housing and urban development standards with yearly income between $40,000 and $62,000. This is part of Mount Pleasant's efforts to provide affordable housing for those in the workforce in the community, like teachers, firefighters, police officers, retail workers, or recent college graduates. This project will provide a 3-story, 42-unit building of condos with 21 one-bedroom units and 21 two-bedroom units. The units will cost between $212,000 and $285,000. Tonight, Town Council will vote to change a portion of this undeveloped land from commercial to residential. Officials told me they expect this project to pass because they've been working on the affordable housing issue in the community for a while and have had lots of positive feedback on the idea. Now, the property is planned to be accessible by multiple roads. Officials actually told me that construction plans are with future goals in mind to have a connection between Porcher's Bluff to Gregory Ferry Road and eventually even Highway 41. Live in Mount Pleasant, Summer Hector, Live 5 News.
After the break, see how a new proposal going before a Charleston City Council could change how you get around on a busy James Island intersection.
And the Gamecocks women's basketball team just made history. We're going to break down their big game against UConn straight ahead.
6:29 here, waking up on a mostly cloudy Tuesday morning, very mild temperature-wise as we look live out of downtown this morning. Clouds, but not much rain as we take a closer view on live Super Doppler Max. Few sprinkles, Georgetown up towards the Pawleys Island area, Surfside Beach. That's moving northward. Some clouds. There will be some breaks in the clouds, but we'll call it a mostly cloudy sky for today. Here's 4 o'clock. Not looking at any rain, but as we go later in the evening, there may be 1 or 2 showers that get in here. Overall, mainly dry day, mostly cloudy, very mild this morning. Check out the temperatures for the kids at the bus stop in the 60s, and we'll be near record highs this afternoon. We'll already be in the 70s about 10 o'clock this morning, upper 70s to around 80 this afternoon. Not very February-like, and staying mild into this evening as well. We'll talk about the potential for a record high today and for the next couple of days. That's coming up in just a few minutes. Let's go over to Abby, get updated on I-26. Are we still hung up there in the College Park Road area?
Yeah, we still have some slow spots out on 26 eastbound. So here's where this vehicle fire was reported earlier. The good news is lanes are back open, but we're still seeing that slowdown. So you see the orange leading up to that spot. We are red back towards Highway 17A. That's about 4 miles of stop and go traffic before you get to College Park Road on I-26 eastbound. Your best way around is to take 78 to get onto 26, but you can see even there is starting to get in the red on 78. So we'll continue to bring you updates on this and let you know when it clears up. But also wanted to point out that we are still slow here, 26 eastbound near Ridgevale Road due to a crash leading up to that spot as well.
Businesses on Folly Beach plan to celebrate Mardi Gras even without a citywide event. The city canceled the annual Folly Gras celebration last year after more than a dozen people were arrested for fights and public intoxication. Business owners told Paula Tristan Aruda this event will be different.
Folly Gras, a city-sponsored event, is gone for good, but businesses say they can still have fun without any problems. 4 businesses are getting together to throw their own block party on February 22nd. Although the event has no affiliation with the city itself, business owners say they plan on having drink specials, a walking parade, and a costume contest. Folly Gras was canceled because of violent fights and videos like these. Some people are concerned this could just be exchanging one problem for another, but one city councilman says that's not the case.
It's not going to be Folly Gras. Like I said, the streets aren't going to be closed off, but we're still going to have a lot of the same features and have most of the same fun without any of the problems.
Folly Beach police say they will be out doing extra patrols, and they are considering a DUI checkpoint. In the newsroom, I'm Paula Tristan, Live 5 News.
Well, leaders in Charleston, they're hoping to keep a well-known intersection on James Island safe. The city's Traffic and Transportation Committee recommended getting rid of left turns from Maybank Highway onto Riverland Drive. That recommendation will go before City Council today. Under the proposal, you'll have to keep going straight until you can turn right near the Stono Bridge and turn around. According to data from the Public Safety Commission, there have been 135 crashes at or near the intersection in the past 5 years.
The South Carolina women's basketball team has solidified its spot as the #1 team in the country and made a little history in the process.
The Gamecocks kicked off number 5 UConn last night for the first time ever. South Carolina had to rely on its defense early on as shots were not falling. They held the Huskies to just 2 points in the first quarter and forced 5 turnovers.
And Abby is clapping in the background. The offense picked up in the second half. The Gamecocks extended the lead out to 20. The Huskies did go on a little bit of a run and threatened to close the gap, but South Carolina would not be denied this historic win, the first in 9 tries against UConn.
Good for them.
Congrats.
Yes. Well, it is primary day in New Hampshire. Coming up, we're going to take a look at results from some communities that have already voted as most people head to the polls later today.
And a viral craze is making the rounds on social media. We'll have the truth behind the broom challenge on the other side of the break.
6:37, and we're waking up to temperatures this morning in the 60s. A much warmer morning, especially compared to yesterday. When we take a look at that comparison, we're up as much as almost 30 degrees in Kingstree. Most of you about 20 to 25 degrees warmer. So you step outside. A lot of you can get by without the jackets this morning. We've been finding a few sprinkles up towards the Grand Strand. Most of you will be dry throughout the day. There's a lot of rain close by. That will lead to some clouds today, but not much rain expected. Just a very small chance of a shower late this afternoon into this evening. High temperatures today, really the big story. We'll get into the upper 70s, close to 80 degrees. A very spring-like day ahead. Let's get updated to the roads. Good morning, Gabby.
Good morning. We still have some slowdowns out on 26 eastbound from a vehicle fire that was reported earlier and was blocking lanes, but our lanes are back open. But you can see leading up to that point, we're still slow back to about Highway 17A. You see that red and orange, but the good news is we are improving. Still slow though, add some extra time. You can take Highway 78 as an alternate to get onto 26, but we're still seeing some slow speeds out on 78 as well. Also still seeing slow speeds on 26 eastbound out in Ridgeville. We do have a crash reported on the eastbound side just past Ridgeville Road, so that's about a mile of stop and go traffic. Once you're past that spot, you are okay, and if you are heading out on 526 this morning or 26 into the downtown area, we look good.
South Carolina Federal Credit Union is now hiring for its call center. The pay is $16.30 per hour. You'll transfer funds, order new debit cards, and research accounts for customers. And according to the job description, contact center members also compete in lightning quick rounds of Pictionary and find reasons to have potluck lunches about twice a month. Sounds like a place you'd like to work? Then check out the hiring event. It's tomorrow, Wednesday, February 12th from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Go to 6265 Rivers Avenue in North Charleston. You'll find more details on my Facebook fan page at Ann McGill, Live 5 News.
Voting is already underway in the New Hampshire primary.
And one small town with just a handful of voters carried on its tradition of opening up the polls at midnight.
Laura Podesta is in Manchester, New Hampshire with those results and the candidates' last-minute push to sway voters.
At midnight, the first votes of the first in the nation primary were cast in Dixville Notch, New Hampshire.
2 write-in votes for Mike Bloomberg.
A small victory for Mike Bloomberg. 3 of the 5 voters, 2 Democrats and a Republican, cast write-in ballots for the former New York City mayor.
I think the stakes are so high.
In a state that can give candidates a national bounce, voter Catherine Talbert is looking for someone who can beat President Trump.
We really need to make a change because our country is on a very wrong track.
She's split between Senators Elizabeth Warren and Amy Klobuchar.
Let's surprise the nation. Let's get this done.
But it's Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders leading in the New Hampshire polls.
Let's win this thing. Let's transform America.
Sanders is trying to hold off Pete Buttigieg.
Don't listen to anybody who tells you got to choose one way with your heart or the other way with your head.
But remember, whoever wins the Democratic primary does not necessarily win New Hampshire in the general election. President Trump lost to Hillary Clinton in 2016 by a slim margin, just 2,800 votes.
I'm trying to figure out who is their weakest candidate.
President Trump told supporters in Manchester he's not concerned about his future opponent.
They don't know what the hell they're doing.
In the Republican primary 4 years ago, Dixville Notch voted for former Ohio Governor John Kasich, but the state went to President Trump. Laura Podesta, CBS News, Manchester, New Hampshire.
2 other precincts also voted overnight along with Dixville Notch, and Amy Klobuchar actually has the early lead in New Hampshire with 8 votes, doubling Sanders and Warren. We're getting an inside look at a bus crash that left 8 students injured, and we do want to warn you, some of you may find this video hard to watch. The video shows the incident in Perry County just east of Columbus back on December 19th. The crash report says Joseph Thornton was driving a Mustang, and it said he ran a red light and hit the bus. The bus, as you see here, went off the road and flipped onto its side, throwing those kids around. Now, Thornton reportedly has a broken back. None of the kids nor the bus driver suffered serious injuries. Thornton was reportedly driving on a suspended license.
All right, so by now you have seen the latest craze sweeping the nation and internet.
Yeah, people have been posting videos and pictures like the one you're looking at here of themselves making brooms stand up on their own, and people are going, witchcraft? Even our own Rob Way got in on the challenge. Take a look at this.
He was able to do it. It looks like it's leaning against the wall, though,
I know.
Rob.
Okay, so apparently what the word was on social media was that yesterday was the only day the standing broom trick would actually work, all because of the Earth's gravitational pull.
Let's try this out.
Let's see.
This is bound to be a disaster.
But you did it earlier. You did it earlier.
Was a master at this a little bit earlier. We had to move it. But
Apparently
Wait a
works
minute,
on February 11th, too.
Is it still yesterday?
No,
it is today. So what is this all about?
Yeah, the gravitational pull is still in full.
No, it's a balancing act. It has nothing to do with gravitation.
Okay.
You know, it's pretty cool. And for all these years, we've been slamming our brooms in the closet up against the wall. We haven't needed to. You can just leave it right in the middle.
Just marking up the wall.
Yeah, we wouldn't have so many scratches.
Not even necessary.
I wonder if my Roomba stands up as well as that.
Mine can't even find its way back.
To try. Yeah.
Oh. Well, up next, Michael Higdon. She's going to break down how city officials in Charleston could soon change the way they fund projects like affordable housing.
And Summer Hector tells us how new ordinances aim to protect pets in Mount Pleasant.
Now, your first alert forecast from Live 5 News.
Welcome back. 6:47, waking up here early on our Tuesday morning. Live view looking out at the Yorktown this morning from Mount Pleasant. Temperature-wise, we're in the 60s this morning. You can walk right by that closet with your broom that's probably still standing up there. Bypass the jackets this morning. It's a morning, very mild temperatures. You can probably get by without the jacket. Once again this morning, 64 out on Johns Island, 67 Sullivan's Island, 65 Folly Beach. Inland areas, we're in the mid to upper 60s, 63 in Walterboro. 65 right now in King Street and around 68 in Goose Creek. Check out how these temperatures compare to 24 hours ago. And you can see some spots like King Street up close to 30 degrees compared to yesterday morning. Whole change in how it feels outside. It had been on the chillier side over the past couple of mornings. Not this morning. 76 at lunchtime. We're in the upper 70s, close to 80 degrees on our February 11th afternoon for today. There is a slight chance of a shower late today. Most of you will not see any rain. 79 degrees, the record high for today. That's where we should be very close to this afternoon. That record, by the way, goes all the way back to 1939. So some records you go back 3-4 years. Some other records like this one, you go back a lot longer than that. Now, today will be a day where I think many inland spots do rush 80 degrees this afternoon. We're calling for a forecast high around 81 in Somerville, 80 Walterboro, 79 in Moncks Corner, Goose Creek, about 75, a little bit cooler along the coast, but still low 70s even out to Folly Beach. Once again, we'll be keeping an eye on the radar for the chance of a few showers rolling in. Best chance of that will be late this afternoon. You can see all of this rain not too far away. That's why we do have some clouds out there this morning, and we'll keep a mostly cloudy sky going. A peak or two of sunshine, more clouds than anything else, but at least the rain is staying out of here for now. We could see 1 or 2 showers try to come in this evening or overnight. Tomorrow morning, like this morning, we're waking up to some clouds tomorrow afternoon, just not much rain out of the clouds today. Tomorrow, that could change though as we go late in the day on Thursday. Here comes a cold front. It'll bring a quick round of rain late in the day and then a big cool down as we head into Friday, Valentine's Day, and kick off Seawee headed into the weekend. So highs in the mid to upper 70s today, tomorrow, and on Thursday, and then back down closer to where we should be, which is this yellow line. Average highs about 62, so we'll actually go a little bit below average later this week. The overnight lows tonight dropping only to around 60 degrees. Another mild start tomorrow morning. 76 tomorrow afternoon. We'll be keeping an eye on the record. 79 today and tomorrow the record high. 78 on Thursday. After that we cool down for Valentine's Day, but beautiful weather. 60 degrees on Friday. 57 coolest day on Saturday. And then we start to warm back up a little bit on Sunday and Monday. Let's go to Abby. Get updated on the roads. Abby.
Good morning. We had some issues out on 26 eastbound earlier this morning near College Park Road. We are improving, although you see we are, of course, still in the orange there, but earlier we were stop and go. So looking better in that spot. All lanes back open. 78 was an alternate for you, but looks like we are slow on 78 heading towards 26 as well. So if you're heading out in the next couple of minutes, just be aware of that. Add some extra time to your morning drive if you can. We also have a crash out here, 26 eastbound, right past Ridgeville Road. That is causing about 2 to 3 miles of stop and go traffic leading up to that point as well. So be extra careful heading through that spot too.
It's nice weather out there now, but when it rains, problems with flooding can crop up at the Charleston County Library west of the Ashley along Windermere Boulevard. In fact, it's flooded 3 times over the past 4 years, damaging more than $12,000 worth of books and other library material. The county wants your input on just what to do to help fix it. So it's holding a community forum tonight from 5:30 to 7:30 at the library. In the newsroom, I'm Lisa Wiseman.
Charleston's mayor and city council are looking to eliminate the financial burden of bond funds for state housing and local government. The goal is to make it easier for developers who build affordable housing units in Charleston. And Michael Higdon joins us now live from downtown with a look at why and where the money is being invested.
So the city is wanting to put $20 million into nearly 600 affordable housing units, all in a way that it is not taxable, really making sure that the money being used is spent more toward the construction of those units. The Charleston Redevelopment Corporation could soon be in charge of bond funds the city grants to affordable housing projects. A handful of projects have already been approved, and as the law stands right now, the developers were going to have to pay back the taxes for those bonds, meaning they were using less money from the city toward the development. So a few of those 599 projects spread throughout West Ashley and downtown are transforming the Archer School on the east side of downtown into dozens of senior apartments, 100 low-income units west of the Ashley, 70 additional units at 180 Place, a homeless shelter here in downtown, and then dozens of new units at Orleans Housing, also in West Ashley. All of these affordable housing units will serve people in the community who make between 30 and 80% below the area median income. The city and the Charleston Redevelopment Corporation could sign that agreement tonight and start distributing the bonds immediately. The Ways and Means Committee is meeting at 4:30 this afternoon right here at City Hall, and we'll keep you updated with what is decided. Reporting live in downtown Charleston, I'm Michael Higdon.
Right now in South Carolina, there is no statewide law enforcing the regulation of animal mistreatment. Summer Hector, she is live in Mount Pleasant, where the town is working with the Humane Society to create its own ordinances to better protect pets. Summer.
Yeah, right now there are no laws that regulate how long an animal can be left on a chain or by how long that length of the chain can be. There are also no regulations on how community members can step in to handle mistreatment of animals. The town of Mount Pleasant has partnered with the Humane Society of South Carolina to enforce humane restrictions such as on the tethering of an animal, hot car restrictions, and improved shelter guidelines for animals. For example, right now a law enforcement officer could use reasonable force to remove a dog in danger from a car. The town is proposing this also be the case for anyone in the community under the Good Samaritan rule. A person would have a list of guidelines to check before doing so, such as, is the animal visibly injured, and did you first attempt to contact the owner and call 911? If so, you could then break a car window in order to save a dog, and you would not face any charges or liability. Now, the first reading of this ordinance did pass unanimously. The final reading will be at the Mount Pleasant Town Council meeting tonight at 6 p.m. Live in Mount Pleasant, Summer Hector, Live 5 News.
All right, let's take a final look at traffic. 26 eastbound is slow. We had an issue out there earlier by College Park Road. Still seeing some slowdowns because of that. Also slow on 78 as you head towards 26. You can see that here, red and orange there. And slow 26 eastbound near Ridgeville because of this crash. Joey?
All right. Thanks so much, Abs. So look out right now. We're looking live in Monk's Corner. You look at the calendar, February 11th. You look outside. It's cloudy. Usually that means it's a little bit chilly, but it is not this morning. Temperature starting out in the 60s. It'll be near 80 this afternoon. Now, it will be a little bit cloudier than maybe you prefer, but if you like warm weather, no arguments here over the next 3 days. Just a slight chance of a shower today, tomorrow, and Thursday. Best rain chance comes in very late in the day, and then as we get into the weekend, Valentine's Day, a little snuggle weather there, 60 degrees, a little bit cooler on Friday, Saturday, a little chilly, but you know, seaweed, it's all outdoors.
Right.
You want that kind of cool feel. It looks perfect.
With the fresh air.
Yeah, you going out there?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You have your bikes. Have a good one.